This week, lawmakers return to the Texas Capitol to start the new legislative session. Starting Tuesday, state lawmakers will begin tackling big issues from public education to transportation. KVUE's Isabella Basco is joining us live from the state capitol. And Isabella, you spoke to Austin leaders about what they would hope lawmakers will change.
That's right, Darrenisha. From light rail to housing affordability, city leaders do want to work with state leaders on these issues. But with school choice as a primary focus this legislative session, legislative experts do worry about how that will trickle down to Austin's own school district. School choice is a top priority for many lawmakers in the new session, including Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, a measure that would allow families use taxpayer dollars to pay for their children's private schooling. Jeremy Suri, a UT Austin professor, worries voucher legislation will take money out of Austin ISD.
The Austin School District is already hemorrhaging money because of the formula the state uses. More than half of the property taxes that you and I and all property holders in Austin pay, more than half leaves the city and goes to other parts of the state to make the system even more unsustainable for students and families that are sending their children to go to this system.
Newly sworn-in City Council member Mark Duchin is focused on pushing back on attempts by the legislature to strip away local control from cities like Austin.
A priority for me because that covers a lot of issues that we care about, whether they're environmental, housing, serving homelessness, etc.
KVUE News reached out to Mayor Kirk Watson for an interview on his legislative priorities, but he was unavailable. His office sent us a statement in part, quote, Mayor Watson will continue to advocate and protect Austin's light rail, which was approved by voters in 2020. There's also opportunities to work with the state on issues like homelessness and mental health, end quote.
And we can argue over whether it should be light rail or something else, but we need public transportation, and the state, at the very least, needs to allow us to make those decisions.
Local leaders hoping the dialogue will get going between the state and city.
I think there's a tremendous amount at stake.
Sometimes it kind of feels like the legislature is a foreign place in our city, and I think there's blame on both sides.
To bring forward a true representation of what Austin is all about. And in his statement, Mayor Kirk Watson's office also tells us that a lot has been done when it comes to housing affordability these last 2 years and does see an opportunity to work with state lawmakers on these issues.